In the legal tug-of-war over the extradition of Julian Assange from the UK to the US, the Wikileaks founder's extradition to the US is one step closer. The Westminster Magistrates Court issued the formal extradition order in London. This will now go to British Home Secretary Priti Patel for a final decision. However, Assange's lawyers have 4 weeks to present further grounds for objection. A further course in court is not excluded. A spokesman for Prime Minister Boris Johnson said Patel had 2 months to make a decision. The US judiciary wants to put the 50-year-old on trial for allegations of espionage. He faces up to 175 years in prison if convicted. He is accused of having stolen and published secret material from US military operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, together with whistleblower Chelsea Manning, thereby endangering the lives of US informants. His supporters, on the other hand, see him as an investigative journalist who has brought war crimes to light and who is now to be made an example of. Supporters gathered in front of the court on Wednesday, demonstrating against extradition with posters and chants, and they said journalism is not a crime. Assange joined the court hearing via video from Belmarsh Maximum Security Prison, where he has now been held for more than 3 years. His wife, Stella Assange, whom the Australian married in prison a few weeks ago, was present in court. The legal dispute over a possible extradition of Assange to the United States has been going on for around 2 years. The High Court gave the go-ahead. An appeal against this was dismissed by the highest British courts, the Supreme Court, as inadmissible. The organization Reporters Without Borders called for the release of the Wikileaks founder. "We call on the Home Secretary to act in accordance with Britain's commitment to defending freedom of the press and to refuse extradition," said the organization's London representative Rebecca Vincent to the German press agency. Assange must be released from prison immediately. Once again, the Assange case has become a political decision. The German Association of Journalists, the DJV, said Assange deserves a medal and not a life sentence. The atrocities in Bucha in Ukraine have only recently shown how important it is to uncover war crimes. It's not to be expected that Julian Assange will expect a fair trial in the USA, at the end of which there may be also an acquittal, said DJV National Chairman Frank Überall. The journalist Dennis Yücel also spoke up in his role as president of the Writers Association PEN and called on the German federal government to grant the Wikileaks founder political asylum in Germany. Julian Assange did not commit any crimes. He helped uncover some and has paid for it to this day at the age of 11 years of bondage, said Yücel. And it is a very controversial issue, but still we have some weeks to go until we finally know what's going to happen. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.